On s'est déjà sacrifié. Et si on continue de rester comme ça, on va se sacrifier dans le vide. Et quand on aura aussi des contaminations, on aura des morts, qui va nous considérer, qui va nous dédommager, qui va nous payer? Premièrement, que le gouvernement puisse songer sur nous.
Here is a quick update about everything happening. The Ghana's Commission has announced plans to introduce condom vending machines across the country in the last quarter of 2026 to improve access to condoms and support HIV/AIDS prevention efforts. Broadcast journalist Captain Smart has cast word for the construction of the Gomua Bora Clinic as part of his community development initiatives ahead of his bid to become the NDC parliamentary candidate for Gomua West. Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Kujito Ablakwa has confirmed that following security screening by South African authorities, not even a single Ghanaian vacue was found to be a criminal or on a wanted list, describing them as law-abiding citizens. Ghana's tallest man, Suleiman Abdul Samed, popularly known as Auchi, has reportedly passed away at the age of 33 at the Tamale Teaching Hospital. He died after battling chronic health complications associated with gigantism and acromegaly, alongside a recent severe infections in his left leg. Ibrahim Mahama has dismissed claims that he is seeking to acquire the Volta Aluminium Company, describing the allegations as false and announcing his intention to take legal action against individuals responsible for spreading the claims. Akofuna Kojo has urged members of the Christo Asafo Church and the general public to disregard reports suggesting that his father's funeral will be held on July 30th. According to him, the family elders and the church leaders are yet to agree on an official date for the funeral, stressing that any date circulating without their confirmation is false.
Here's everything that happened in Nigeria in the last 12 hours. Nearly 17 million Nigerians could face acute hunger by January 2027, according to new projections from the Famine Early Warning Systems Network, citing worsening insecurity, inflation, and disrupted farming across several regions of the country. Sarab filed a lawsuit against NMPCL, demanding explanation for 211 trillion naira recorded as sundry receivables and accrued expenses in its 2023 financial statements, seeking court orders compelling full disclosure of the mysterious transactions. A Kebbi State High Court judge, Justice Faruku Hassan Bunza, was abducted by gunmen from his residence at midnight, shortly after returning from Sokoto, with police deploying tactical teams to secure his rescue. Atiku Abubakar challenged the federal government to explain an estimated 7.98 trillion naira oil revenue windfall, questioning why the administration keeps borrowing heavily, despite crude prices running far above the 2026 budget benchmark. The OTACCWA president warned that Nigerians may face rice, tomato, and other staple food shortages within 3 months, citing supply chain and cold storage challenges threatening the country's already fragile food security situation. U.S. Congressman John James introduced a resolution urging Nigeria to release IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu or grant him a retrial, warning American financial support could be reconsidered over what he called systemic Christian persecution. Suspected hoodlums stormed a permanent voter card distribution center at Oyinlola School in Okuku, Osun State, and made away with several cards meant for residents ahead of the 2027 general elections. Peter Obi insisted he would serve only one term as president if elected, vowing to do 4 years and not a day more, positioning himself against long-term power ambitions in Nigerian politics. Osun Governor Ademola Adeleke and Accord party leaders formally adopted President Tinubu as their preferred candidate for the 2027 presidential election, signaling a notable political realignment ahead of the polls. President Tinubu appointed Dr. Wasiu Olanrewaju Smart as Special Advisor on National Assembly Matters for the House of Representatives, replacing Ibrahim Olanrewaju, who resigned to contest an elective post at home. The Nigerian Army confirmed arresting Private Mohammed Yusuf, a soldier previously declared wanted for allegedly supplying military equipment illegally to terrorists and other criminal groups operating across the country. Primate Elijah Ayodele urged the federal government to bypass court trials and immediately execute confirmed terrorists and kidnappers, also calling for the arrest of anyone who negotiates with or pays ransom to kidnappers. A 65-year-old traditional ruler known as Danmajin Lafia married a 19-year-old woman in Nasarawa State over the weekend, with the wedding ceremony held in Lafia drawing public attention.
Look, so Africans seem to believe that Black Panther, the movie Black Panther, is an African movie based on Africa and Africans. That's what they believe. So I wanted to show y'all that the Black Panther is not based on Africa. It is not based on Africans. It is 100% based on America and Black Americans. All right. So it says Black Panther is fundamentally an American perspective on Africa. So if y'all don't know who created Black Panther, it's Stan Lee, a white man. So he used an American perspective on Africa. He used the Black American experience in the history of American animation. This white man took the Black American experience and he made it seem like it was an African experience. All right. And this is how deep the erasure of Black American culture, indigenous Black American culture, this is how deep they have been trying to swap places with us. White people have been trying to swap places with us, with Africans. They've been doing it for a long time. They've been doing it through propaganda, through the media, through politics, through cartoons, through movies. Wakanda, Black Panther is not an African story. All right. So let me continue. Okay, so why is there no Wakanda in Africa? The reason there is no city or country named Wakanda in Africa is simple. The name is not African. As you noted, the history of that word belongs to the Americas, because it's true, it belongs to the Americas. The white comic book creator in 1960, New York, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby pulled the word Wakanda from Native American language, all right, from Native American language, and the word is spiritual power. Wakanda means spiritual power. It says, where am I at? Goddamn. And mapped it onto a fictional African setting because they like how it sounded. So they got the name from a Native American language, an indigenous American Indian language, Black American culture. That's what they're talking about. Native Americans, Black Americans are the indigenous. We are the true Native Americans. We are American Indians. So they're saying that the white comic book creator in 1960, New York, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby pulled the word Wakanda from Native American language and mapped it onto a fictional African setting because they like how it sounded. Okay, moving on. The story is about the Black American experience. It says it right up there, all right? It says, the story is about the Black American experience. While the movie backdrop uses visual aesthetics from African tribes, the core emotional conflict of the film is entirely about Black America. The Killmonger perspective, the antagonist Eric Killmonger represents the real-world trauma, systematic oppression, and the disenfranchisement experienced by Black Americans. His anger is rooted in growing up in Oakland, California, not Africa. Oakland, California, isolated from the wealth of a homeland. America. America. A black guy growing up in Oakland, California, isolated from the wealth of a homeland. The homeland that he's in. America. Wakanda is in America. The whole story is based on the Black America experience, not Africa. Hollywood lens. The film was written, directed, and funded by Americans. And it is a, I'm getting tongue twisted, which is, it is an example of Afrofuturism, y'all, which is an artistic movement primarily started by Black American scholars. The Afrofuturism shit started with us. We created Afrofuturism, not Africans. Africans love to say Afro this, Afro that, and I'll be seeing them calling it styles and stuff Afrofuturism. No, we created Afrofuturism. All right. So Black American scholars and artists to imagine a futuristic world free from the scars of American slavery and global colonization. All of this is about us. Black Panther is about us. So Africans keep saying, oh, this movie is an African movie for Africans. Why y'all upset? Why y'all? No, it's not. None of this stuff have anything to do with Africa. None of it. The movie's DNA is American. It is a story created in America, starring American actors, exploring American racial politics using a name deeply tied to American history. Black Panther is about Black Americans in America. Indigenous Black Americans in America, on our homeland. Everything that you saw in Black Panther with the what's that shit that they had, that resource, whatever that resource is, that's here in America. All of the shit that y'all think is in Africa, all of the resources y'all think Africa have, we have that in America. Black Panther is about America. And the white creator purposely made it about Africa because they want you to believe that you're African, Black Americans. That is legit the entire reason why Stan Lee took all of the inspiration from America. Wakanda, the Black American experience. Let me get big real fast, hold on. He took all of the Black American experiences and flights and trauma and he put it into this movie, but based it in Africa. But really the entire fucking movie is based on America and Black Americans. But you think that this movie is about Africa and Africans. This was never about Africa or Africans. This movie is about us. Let me get smaller. Come up here. This is the United States. This is a map of the United States. Wakanda is right up here, y'all. It's a few Wakandas in America. There's another. Wakanda's in Chicago too. There's a few other Wakandas around America, y'all. So Wakanda is Wakanda. Right there, Wakanda. This is the United States of America. All right? Wakanda only exists in America. It does not exist in Africa. So all you Africans in my motherfucking comment section talking about, oh, it's an African movie for Africans. Why y'all upset? Why y'all mad? Oh, y'all complain about everything. The movie is about Africans. An African playing an African. It was never about Americans. Oh, bitch, no, it wasn't. All right? Black Panther is 100% about Black Americans in America. Wakanda exists in America. Y'all can stay the fuck out of my DMs. Y'all can stay the fuck out of my comment section. Because guess what? I'm going to keep on speaking the fuck up. It doesn't matter what y'all get under the goddamn comment section and say. It really don't. And like I said, Black Americans boycott this shit. Ryan Coogler self-identified as a Black American, a foundational Black American, an FBA. He said that in multiple interviews. That means you know what's going on in the grassroots. If you can identify it as a term that is fairly new, FBA is what is it called? Acronym? FBA is an acronym that is very new. That means you hear what's going on in the grassroots. Foundational Black American is just an acronym for Black American. Ryan Coogler sees what's going on. He knows that Black Americans is not filling the whole African and Caribbeans being casted in roles that are meant for us. He knows these things because he sees what's going on in the grassroots. These celebrity knows what's going on. These celebrities are giving us a middle finger, y'all. They're giving us the middle finger. Jay-Z just did it. They are giving us the middle finger, and they're still pandering to you, and they're still brainwashing you, and they're still, I don't know. It's like, when are y'all going to wake up? When are y'all going to really start using the power that y'all have? Because we are powerful fucking creatures, and that's what they really don't want y'all to know. They really don't want y'all to know that we have powers. And once we all really wake up and tap into our fucking powers, y'all, I swear to God, we will take our motherfucking land back. That's what they're scared of. That's what they're scared of. Wakanda literally means spiritual power. This movie is based upon Black Americans, indigenous Black Americans. Y'all better wake the fuck up. Stop playing.
Ryan Coogler, I now declare you a tether. I, Golden She-Eagle, an indigenous American Indian by blood, I declare you a tether for hiring a British actor who has skin tone similar to ours to play the new Black Panther. I'm about to roll this clip. But before I roll this clip, I need for you all to know that this is beyond egregious. This is downright evil. Hollywood has been assaulting us back to back to back to back by getting tethers, people who are not indigenous American, to play our beloved characters or historical figures even. And you come over here and you get trained by a vocal coach to learn how to speak like us with our accents and with our dialogue and with our slang and with our ebonics and whatever you need to be able to pull off the role. And you get held and you get heralded and applauded for being this actor. But let me roll a clip in case you haven't seen it for yourself. I'm gonna let you see who Ryan Coogler just announced is going to be the new Black Panther.
I want to tell you guys in this next film, he grows up, he comes of age, and we had to find an incredible actor. You guys, in this hall, you guys might know some of his work. He was great in a movie called The Long Walk. He was great in Alien Romulus. I want you guys to give a warm welcome to our new Black Panther, Mr. David Johnson.
I actually don't want to say too much, because I want to let this screen do the talking. But believe me, the honor is entirely mine. Thank you.
So what's fitting to happen, David Johnson? Are you going to be speaking with what kind of accent? Are you going to be speaking with the British accent that you speak with in your day-to-day life, huh? Now, we have already proven with maps that Wakanda is in North America. Okay? I mean, listen, I need for you all to wake up. And it doesn't fall short on me that protesting and, doing content online and spreading the word is not going to do anything to stop Hollywood from continuously doing this same shit on repeat. No, it's going to take something far more diabolical and cataclysmic to wipe Hollywood the fuck out. I'm talking about bottom of the Pacific Ocean wiped out. I'm talking about where what's left is Caliphia's ancient matriarchal civilization type cataclysmic events. Y'all got it coming. Y'all got it coming. And for all of the British actors and the African and the Caribbean or whatever, you come over here and you train yourselves. You get trained vocally to learn how to talk like us so that you can destiny swap Destiny swap on every level, whether it's Hollywood, whether it's entertainment, whether it's corporate America, whether it's, having mom and pop shops or businesses in the hood. Y'all day is coming. It's a short fucking day y'all living in, okay? Because this destiny swapping is going to turn itself in on you, and y'all gonna be left holding such a fucking big karmic bag. And really, as indigenous Americans, all we have to do is sit back and watch y'all just make a fool of yourselves over and over again, because this will not continue to stand. So I just wanted to bring this forward right quick and just give my piece on it, speak my piece on it, because it's laughable at this point. And people, vessels, Ryan Coogler is a vessel. I don't know what's occupying that vessel, but you're not one of us, my G. You're not an indigenous American, okay? You are a public enemy in these United States of America. I just wanted to say that out loud, whether anybody agrees with me or not. That's my story. That's my truth. And I'm sticking to that. All right, so whatever the fuck, I'll see y'all in the next video.
Hundreds of thousands of Haitians are waking up today to a new reality. Temporary protected status, or TPS, has officially expired after the Supreme Court cleared the way for the Trump administration to end that program. That means that roughly 350,000 Haitians who relied on those protections could now face deportation if they don't have another legal status. And nowhere is expected to feel that impact more than here in Florida, where more than half of all Haitian TPS holders live, with large populations also in New York, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Georgia, and Indiana. Now, TPS was first granted to Haitians after the devastating 2010 earthquake. It allowed people already in the U.S. to legally live and work here while Haiti recovered. Those protections were extended several times over the years, but the Trump administration argued that TPS was never meant to be permanent. Border Czar Tom Homan is defending the administration's stance, saying conditions in Haiti have improved enough to end that program. But the State Department still advises Americans not to travel there because of widespread gang violence, kidnappings, and political instability. Now, advocates argue that Haiti still qualifies for temporary protected status and warn that ending it could separate families and disrupt industries that rely on Haitian workers. Meanwhile, Haitian officials tell the Miami Herald they've been asked by U.S. authorities to prepare for 2 deportation flights a week as those protections officially expire.
TPS designations are over for Haitians and Syrians, and it's difficult for many immigrants to grasp how serious this is, because there have been extension after extension for so many years. The Supreme Court has ruled, and they can no longer interfere with the decisions of the Department of Homeland Security. It's over. As of today, July 27th, work authorizations are legally done. Everybody is on notice. Like, there's just no way out of this. There are targeted ICE operations to make sure people are deported. Like, this is so serious. It's real. It's happening. It's here now. So it looks like major immigrant hubs like Ohio, Florida, and Massachusetts will be targeted first. The days for which immigrants have experienced TPS to be some free-for-all are over.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning, guys. Temporary status for Haitians under temporary protective status in the U.S. was set to expire on Friday, but a federal appeals court blocked the Trump administration's effort to do that, giving them the weekend, so just a few more days. But now, as of this morning, they're losing that authorization to work. Now, TPS grants permission for eligible people to live and work in the United States while conditions in their home country remain unsafe. Haitians no longer qualify, even though the U.S. Department of State still posts a level 4 travel advisory to Haiti due to crime, limited health care, and terrorism. With Haitians on TPS no longer eligible to work in the U.S., employers will have to fill their positions. In Central Florida, the biggest impacts are projected in hospitality and tourism, healthcare, and services.
We are already short-staffed inside of a lot of our nursing homes and hospitals as it is right now. And if TPS ends and all of our brothers and sisters have to get, deported, then it's going to leave our nursing homes and hospitals empty.
There is concern over what this decision could mean for quality of care in Central Florida. Haiti first became a part of TPS in 2010 after the earthquake that devastated that country. The Supreme Court did rule to roll back TPS for Haitian immigrants last month in June. Covering Orange County, live in Orlando, Olivia Tyler, WESH 2 News.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who's going to be cleaning your toilet? Kelly Osbourne said this in 2015, and today people are asking a very similar version of that question, just in a more respectable fashion. Hundreds of thousands of Haitians are being stripped of their legal protections through TPS, and all people have to say is, who's going to do the jobs that Americans don't want to do, or warning that there's going to be a caregiving crisis because so many Haitians work in healthcare. And yes, losing thousands of these healthcare workers will create a crisis, but immigrants should not have to take care of your grandma or staff your hospitals for you to recognize their humanity, their dignity, and their right to build a life. And this is especially disturbing in the case of Haiti because the U.S. is not some innocent bystander in what we casually call Haitian instability. The U.S. has a long history of occupation, supporting violent dictatorships in Haiti for the benefit of American interests, economic extraction, and just widespread abandonment. Meaning that any TPS is not America refusing to deal with a crisis that it had nothing to do with. It's actually America repeatedly punishing people from a country that they helped destabilize.
Okay, so this Harvard-educated Brazilian, American background, because she has the flag, the Brazilian flag there, had something to say about the TPS status, and started in with a very stereotypical quote that they minimize people to, immigrants to, which is, who's going to clean your toilets? Kelly Osbourne made that statement, but she asked it in a more delicate way. Same thing. Who's going to do the jobs that Americans don't want to do? And that is a deflection, right? It's a deflection from TPS, which is policy, immigration policy, and respecting borders, right? We have to enforce our borders. And again, TPS was something that was intended to be temporary, not forever. She makes a guilt trip out of it, or tries to. They're stripping away from all of these Haitians their TPS status. Do they not have the right to live, the right to, build a life? No, they don't. No, they don't. That's not a civil right. It's just immigration policy, darling. I think she's Harvard educated too. So I don't understand the angle there with the guilt trip. Maybe go guilt trip the Supreme Court. They upheld it, right? But the right to build a life is not a guarantee, right? It's not a guarantee for an immigrant coming into our nation, right? The issue I have with arguments like this is that it has no Haitian accountability. It has no accountability on the nation in which folks are fleeing from, as if to say they are infantilized and left to the mercy, their governments are left to the mercy of the world, I guess, or just corruption. In every video that I'm seeing like this, people are finding reasons to blame, right? It talks about the economic extraction and the destabilization that came from America. First of all, economic extraction, I think they're talking about the gold removal, which was a loan that Haiti borrowed, right, from us, and we had to secure our loan as a nation. Let's talk about why they had to take a loan. Because they owed France, because they paid France with their freedom tax. So 1804 was kind of like, they overthrew it, and then they assassinated the guy in 1805 that helped to lead it. I don't remember the guy's name, but drop it in the chat. I really don't care, right? But they assassinated it, and then it became very unstable. Then they eventually signed a deal with their oppressors, and then they had to go borrow money to pay it from us in Germany and France too. Isn't that wild? And then when we see the calamity going on, 6 presidents in 4 years, a destable economy, a destable environment, people unaliving each other, we're going to secure our asset, right? Which was backed by the gold. So if she's talking about that, that extraction, that was a financial safeguard. And that has nothing to do with the destabilization that was happening to lead to that, right? Haiti's still, up to this day, up to now, and the time that we live in now, are still going through that. People are still falling out of the country, like, spilling out of the country into the other Caribbean nations, encroaching on their cultures, encroaching on their lands. The Bahamas it's overrun. It's overrun in the Bahamas, right? Jamaicans don't want them, right? So you focus your attention on this country, Sovereign nations have a right to protect their borders. I don't like the fact that we are looked at as the parent. Like, we're punishing them. Punishing them. My question to Haitians is, where's y'all's accountability? Who's going to pick up and take arms? Where's that spirit of 1804? Find that within yourself to do it, at least for the women and children, okay? Find it inside. Dig deep. Be honest, not offended.
Auto-tune, hip-hop bounce, just under 60 seconds. Ice, ice, ice. TPS is over, pack up and jet. Haitians, leave now. You ain't FBA, this ain't your town. Temporary status, just got the boot. No more free ride, no more loot. FBA built this with blood and chains. Y'all came late, different lanes. Ice, ice, got the vans. Game just changed. Ice, 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 ice. TPS is over, pack up and jet. Haitians, leave now. You ain't FBA, this ain't your town. FBA stand firm, back to Port-au-Prince. Ice, ice, gone.
So you mean to tell me a man named Jay made an FBA social media platform for us, by us, and we still on Instagram and Facebook? I'll let him tell you. Hold on.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, we want to verify that you are FBA.
Yes.
All right, and where you from?
I am from Atlanta. Well, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm from Virginia.
Perfect. And tell us about your platform.
Zipline social media platform is a new ecosystem for creators and influencers to convert views to ownership.
Okay, can you go into detail?
So most platforms allow content creators to just get views and get paid cents on the dollar, whatever the case is, but ownership is key. The real money comes from owning the platform, and as we own our media, we can scale our media, we can control the narrative, we can control the content. So that's the difference between us and everybody else. We allow the creators, influencers to own their media. TikTok, you have to sign a privacy policy thing that says that they pretty much can use your content for anything. You're not the sole owner.
So it's something like TikTok, but it's for us, by us, where we could go on there and own the rights of our work.
That's it. And we have the Zip Shop where you're selling your merchandise and everything, and because that's in beta testing as we speak right now. So you'll be able to post your goods and services, make your earnings, and keep your money on your Zip Shop. Get a certificate stating that you're a Black-owned business on Zip Shop and all that, and it goes from there.
Now, will the FBAs be verified on your website?
Yes.
All right, perfect. That's great. And how can they sign up on the website?
Well, how they sign up on the app is just go to Zipline, ZIPPLIGN, on Apple or Google Play Store, and just download, create your account, post your content, and message our Zipline media page on the platform.
Now, he is in the App Store, Android and Apple. So I need y'all to go download that site, get on there, and make sure you add me because I'm over there too. Love you, bye.
Black, 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 black.